Wow. Good morning, everybody. Oh, wait, should I say good night? Because welcome to our podcast, No-sympathy. This is a weird fucking intro. I'm sorry, but here we are.
He might just be a little retarded.
Anyway, tonight we are going to be talking about Heaven's Gate. It's called a religious group. How? I have no idea. I don't know where they came up with this.
Well, it's not really new news, but Heaven's Gate is a very interesting religious cult,
Yeah. It's also new to me, though, considering I've never heard of it until Roman here mentioned it to me a few days ago.
It's always about drinking the Kool-Aid, not about how the Kool-Aid is. It's started in New Mexico and then moved to California. And the two leaders, Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles, claim to be witnesses of the rapture. And their belief was if they killed themselves at a proper timing, they would go up to this fucking meteor or some shit and, like, I guess reach nirvana.
They honestly believed that if they killed themselves, sacrificed their physical bodies, that they would have evolved into a higher being of a human. Which...
Yep, because they thought their body was merely a container or a vehicle for their soul.
Which, by the way, that's not true. It's not true because what you do is you're just killing yourselves for something that in the end stopped working because it was a stupid cult, stupid idea of what people in the Christian like religion put themselves in. Why?
It's, just kind of is what it is sometimes. People choose to believe the dumbest shit sometimes.
And not only that, but your soul is not going to go into some higher being by the time you leave this earth. You're going to just be a soul. Either you're going to heaven, you're going to hell, or you're just going to wander the earth.
Or, hear me out. You don't got fucking clue. I don't even know, gang. I don't know. My hands are up with this one. I don't know what it could be.
Yeah, no. It's just what the fuck. And it's a big what the fuck.
It's a whole lot of words for a whole little bit of nothing, Sometimes you just kind of got to dictate it accordingly. But yeah, no, it's 100% wacky. Who knew fucking cults would have like such a interesting integral play in like psychology and shit?
Mind you, 39 people believed this, and those 39 people are now dead.
Whoa! We can't really throw shade at these 39 people. Cult behavior is always common, realistically. Okay?
Yes, but understand that 39 people chose to be there, and 39 people chose to fully believe that if they sacrificed themselves, they would be a better human, which, no.
I mean, could you imagine, kind of like, hurting yourself for reward here. You just gotta die, and then maybe, just maybe, you'll get like a new type of existence. Still crazy and still 100% weird, but honestly, like,
I believe in reincarnation. I believe in reincarnation after you die, right? Because if you have a good life, you'll be reincarnated into like maybe a good life. Maybe they restart you into a life that's shitty. Who knows? But it's more of the fact that like you have to let yourself die at the like natural age to do that. Because if you, I'm not saying that if you kill yourself, you don't like reincarnate somewhere eventually, but it's gonna take a lot longer if you to do that because you died so early.
To be fair, I don't really know much about reincarnation. I can't really say much on that end.
Most of the time, from what I've like I think what I've heard or like known about, it's more of like if you die early, you either your soul either is like waiting a lot longer to be reincarnated into a different body than one that was in a physical body for like almost a full 100 years.
Okay, I mean, fair. Yeah, fair.
Not saying that all younger like souls reincarnate slower. I'm just saying some who did do shit. Like I'm not saying like killing yourself is a good idea. Don't do that. But ever.
You know,
But
Sam, I gotta be real.
hmm.
I just don't understand the topic of reincarnation. I think I'm just a little too retarded sometimes for this.
Roman,
But type
you
shit.
don't understand a lot of things.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No, nuh-uh. I'm just, listen, I understand enough, I think. I may not have all the answers, right? But I'd rather have no answers and still get to learn things on the daily than, have to know everything and have the whimsicality of learning new things taken away from me. I'm just saying, damn, that was actually kind of out of left field. But I'm just saying, okay, I may not understand reincarnation, but if it is a thing, I would totally love to learn it.
I wonder what went through the two cult leaders' minds when they decided to be like, hey, like, what if we, as a religious duo, create a cult that is theorized on the idea of sacrificing each other just to get to a higher being. What about that? Like what was that?
It's just, I like to think it's always just a bunch of smooth talkers when it comes to that. Smooth talkers who can provide a point in a very, very calm, very reassuring manner that definitely makes people like want to orbit towards their beliefs.
One
You know?
was definitely in a calming manner. The other one was definitely in a priest preachy kind of way. And I have a feeling the man Marshall was the preacher one.
Probably.
All while
Honestly, it's
Mrs.
just kind of wacky.
Nettles was the calming, sweet lady that made sure everybody was still being lied to.
Yeah. Honestly, shit just kind of confusing sometimes.
And not to mention UFO religion. Are we gonna just try to base it off the fact that you think that all of a sudden it's gonna be based off of aliens?
Well, okay, hear me out. Area 51, New Mexico in general. There has been, I guess, some sightings of UFOs in the past. That's been like kind of, I guess, contested.
A UFO cult is any religion in which the existence of extraterrestrial entities and communication with them is a core belief.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, people gotta people have reasons, I guess, to believe that there are aliens.
Well, I'm not saying that you shouldn't believe that there are aliens out there. Like I'm a little bit of a believer of them because, well, I don't want to fully believe that we're the only people on a fucking floating rock in space somewhere. But
No, I know,
but it's more of like you went to go put yourself as a higher being after sacrificing yourself, but you decided to put yourself as a UFO religion for what? Because you live in New Mexico.
sorry, I zoned out. Could you repeat that?
What the fuck?
I had a moment. About like, I had, dude, I just got like sent the craziest text, and it just fucked me up so hard, dude. Holy shit! It's not like crazy
You
bad,
would look.
right?
Look, as much as I would love to know about it, I'm not gonna push it out.
That's wild work. It's wild work. It was a Twitter notification. I immediately regret reading all of that.
I feel like by now a lot of people regret reading a lot of Twitter posts at this point.
No, dude, like, okay, but like, hear me out. Twitter has some fire images to steal,
They
like some
do.
funny shit.
They do.
Okay,
It's just
but then like,
now Twitter is just like a fucking place where you can find porn somehow.
no, okay, no, it's either funny images, all right, porn, or fucking or that or political hot takes that make no fucking sense, or some type of grandstanding from someone who does not would never do like does like more damage even to the causes they support in the day, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's either some fuck ass like fucking political take that honestly is kind of crazy if you're not like terminally online and actually like go talk to people in the real world.
It's
But like
ridiculous.
it's wild. It's like insane. Shit got me fucked up almost.
One of these days, we're gonna see a celebrity talk about on their Twitter post that like just some random bullshit that like, oh my god, I just saw an alien. Oh my god, this is crazy. And then it's just like a picture of their friend dressed up as an alien for Halloween.
There's oh my god, you just reminded me of something. That's great. There's this guy who talks about this thing called the satellite man. His brain just left my fucking head. Tony Chase. God, this guy always he's accused of this. He like accused of this like fucking this satellite dude of like fucking with his head or like making his teeth remove and shit.
Ew.
And he's the general gist of Tony Chase, also known as Walter Chase and Prince Rockefeller Hughes.
Never.
The best way to describe him is just a Jewish American schizophrenic internet personality who's gained a small cult following. Tony Chase is fucking insane.
What the fuck?
I don't know how like I've seen his videos. Shit's retarded. But goddamn, it's funny.
Yeah, no, I would assume so. I would be like, hey, it's funny, but what the fuck are you trying to tell us right now?
The funny part is he could like okay, no, it's not even the case, but like imagine if like there was like an internet locale out there who actually was like government like psyoped so hard that everyone thinks he's crazy and actually has like some type of truth. That would be like actually hilarious, but like almost borderline impossible.
I honestly feel like that every single celebrity has unintentionally had a cult made for them, and most of them probably don't even know they exist.
Yeah,
because they sit there like doing what they gotta do, which is fine. They do their jobs, they do their lives, they get on with their day. But like somewhere in the world, somebody had created a cult specifically for what Lady Gaga per se, and it's just like a bunch of people who are just so in love with her that they would have like a whole shrine of things, and she's unaware.
Yeah.
They make her into a goddess and they just worship her like that. It's like, whoa. It's just you went that far.
Putting
damn.
someone on a pedestal through a parasocial relationship. Yeah. Even like K-pop stands, they're like fucking Sabrina Carpenter fans, the Swifties.
Any of the Stranger Things any of the Stranger Things cast fans too.
Okay, I mean, listen, Sam. I don't think you could sit right here and judge them right now. Right, with the Stranger Things cast, okay?
The fuck do you mean?
I'm saying celebrity crushes over here tend to be, yeah,
We're not gonna mention mine, okay?
All right, fair enough. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I had to gas you there. It's a good thing you're not Jewish.
What the fuck?
Listen. I'm just saying. I'm literally just saying that it's kind of crazy. By the way, did you fucking hear about the Nintendo Switch 2 like launch day in New York City? Like some GameStop employees were literally like stapling the receipts to the box, and like unironically, the staple reached the other side and like stabbed into the screen.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That shit's fucking wild.
Over a Switch.
Well, no, it's like not even. It's from what I understand, it was accidental, and like GameStop even responded with "Oopsie daisy, staples have been removed" on their Twitter. Google or not Google, fucking Nintendo did replace all of them that were like damaged and shit, which type shit on their part. That's god tier move. But
I mean, like from what it reads, the journey with it was never easy. Like it says, with the console hit by the Trump tariffs, which
oh no, it made the prices more fucked up.
Yeah, it's just like you could have. I feel like because with all like the negative reviews I've been hearing, I feel like they should have made it a little better. You know, otherwise I wouldn't be hearing so many negative thoughts about it.
Yeah, that's fair. I do agree. I honestly do want to get a Nintendo Switch 2. Mainly for the reason of, I already disassemble ones already, and I have like a Switch Lite made of complete spare parts that I have.
Hey, if you can
an
actually
OLED.
fix your Nintendo Switch 2 and make it better, then fucking go for it and showcase that shit.
Well, no, that's not. I guess that's not the process I do. I kind of just consider it scrapping. I take a bunch of broken shit from different ones and then make it into one. Or two, depending on how much I have, right? Yeah. But like, I guess what I mean is, like when I order it, I would honestly want to order it, take it apart, and see how the insides look.
Like it's like its little like mainframe mind. You want to get into it and see how it works.
Yeah, I just want to kind of like take a look at it, and then like if any like companies like Streamrate or anything like make fucking shells for it, I would totally love to disassemble those too, or like and put those shells on as is, because shell swap, like I've shell swapped a lot of my Switch stuff as is, and I would just love to do some custom colors on that shit. Yeah. Mainly just for fun.
Yeah. What colors exactly would you want to put on them as a custom?
So theming wise, I usually go with like, it depends on like, so the Switches I've made have different themes. My OLED's kind of like the Galaxy-esque one. It's got a gradient blue and purple, like chrome finish, and then like clear blue and clear purple buttons on it. And then the other side's like swapped, same colors but different like orientation, where it has like chrome purple buttons, chrome chameleon bluish buttons, and then clear blue front and then clear purple back, with a mix of the two in between.
That sounds interesting, and I would love to see that.
I think I've shown it to you. No. And then my Sperry 3 or Sperry 2, the Switch Lite, is red, blue, and white. And it's with the pink coral like accents around the rim of the screen and then near the joysticks. Not near the joysticks, but the triggers. The joysticks are red on it, kind of to match the overall theming of it. Yeah, no, a lot of my friends kind of told me it looks like Spider-Man, which I can kind of see. Not the entire gist I wanted to go with it, but it was more or less kind of an accident. But I guess the crimson red plus the chameleon blue purple really does help with that theming.
I wonder how bad the negative reactions from the Nintendo Switch got. Did they get to a point where people started like going up to them and like making negative comments or like protesting?
Not that. Okay, so not that I know of. I didn't really look into it that far. I just thought it was kind of funny how on release day some of them were getting damaged preemptively before anyone got their hands on it, right?
It's just kind of stupid. It's just kind of stupid. Like y'all did so well in the first one that for some fucking reason you fucked up the second. How did like?
Well, the processing power, I do see like differences on comparisons. It does have a higher processing, and it does make older games look even better. like purely on accident.
Here's what
And
they should have done. If they wanted it good, they shouldn't have released it as fast as they did.
well, so again, this is where I kind of get into this next part. I'm not going to be buying a Switch 2 at all.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah.
Not the big one, because I'm knowing Nintendo and release schedules and shit. They're going to make pretty much a Switch 2 that's probably going to be a Switch 2 Lite.
Yeah.
And it's going to be basically the same thing, right? It's going to have a higher processing power than normal Switch Lite and normal Switch, but obviously be more cost effective. Yeah. It's like when the 3DS XL and the 3DS came out. Later on in the release, they like a year, I guess, they made the 2DS, I believe. It was either later on in the year or 2 years after they ended up making the 2DS. But don't quote me on that. It felt like 2 years because I was like, I don't remember my age. Your voice
almost went southern again.
Yeah, I was pretty young, so I would not say for certain, but I do know it did come out relatively quick in my eyes. But I guess my eyes is like 4 years or 2 years quick.
It felt too quick if you were trying to get it to be good.
I mean, true shit. But
like we would have waited a lot longer if we knew that you need to make it like perfect almost, so that nothing bad would have gone wrong.
Well, I don't think we know for sure that it's like not good, right? I will say this. Do I see it as worth it to buy as someone who like regularly fixes like OLEDs and shit and other Switch accessories? Not really yet. Mario Kart World isn't even finished technically. It's getting regular updates. So, I mean, it looks great to play, right? But it's still getting updates, so I'm going to wait for that's fully done. Beyond that,
I myself wouldn't buy the Nintendo Switch 2 only because I already have the first one, and I barely played that one as is. At this point, I'm going to sell that.
And then also, like, even like some higher end, like, some higher end games you'd probably be playing on a different console to begin with. If you only had the Nintendo Switch, and let's say you were like playing, like Warframe, for example.
His favorite game.
Yes, I will say you can survive playing it. I will say that. Like, you can make it through. I played Warframe on my OLED and my Switch Lite, even my old Switch. It runs pretty fine, right? Do I think it needs to run, like, do I think you need, like, a Switch 2 to run it? Not really. I can really get all my shit done, my dailies and stuff, and be fine. The only thing I really have to worry about, and any person would have to worry about, is the heating issues. But even then, like, should be fine.
Yeah.
I don't think a Switch 2 is relatively necessary at the current moment if you're, like, already have a Switch.
Like, if you already have the first Switch, you still are really good with what you have. Like, you can still take it anywhere with you, no matter what, because it's a portable fucking thing to bring. They mentioned that the first time they brought it out. They were like, oh, it's portable. You can bring it anywhere. You can bring it in the car. You can take it on a fucking plane. You can do whatever the fuck you fucking bring it fucking underground.
I think you're missing the point here, Sam, a little bit. I had a feeling. It is funny, but hold on. Whoa. I think we're complaining about two different things here.
No, what I'm saying is like it's more of like you knew that you could take something anywhere you wanted, and it was still going to be a really good thing to use for gaming. No matter.
Okay, to be fair, I will say, Sam, comparatively, I feel like a Steam Deck would be better. I feel like real shit, if you're thinking about getting a Switch 2, just get a Steam Deck. Because, as is, the games are going to be coming out at $70, roughly. Mario Kart World was like $70, $80. That's fucking insane for a game. And you're not going to be really missing much. I mean, yeah, there's going to be some new Switch 2 titles coming out, but I feel like, honest to God, you could just wait for a sale or be patient about that.
Mind you,
unless you're like a streamer who has to do that.
Mind you, there are Lego sets that are worth way more than what this Nintendo Switch 2 is.
To be real, I gotta be real. We gotta talk about Lego sets next because oh my god.
We have all the time still right now, so we can squeeze it in.
Well, like think about it, dude. I really like honestly. I know we just moved on from, like the Switch 2 topic. Great, right? But honest to God, I'm still so upset they made Lego Optimus Prime like $200 basically
You know,
because shipping too much.
I'm I'm actually pretty okay with the price range that they put for the Cullen house for Lego set because it's really pretty, but like it is based off of a movie from like almost 20 years ago.
Fair. I'm just saying, gang. I really wanted that Lego Optimus Prime, but I just, this college bill, my college shit, like my phone bill, I could not get it. I was so sad, and it's been discontinued. I'm pretty sure. So I ain't never getting that Lego Optimus Prime. Depressingly, as much as I wanted it.
There's whole Lego sets based off of the Harry Potter movie series, and I really really wish I had the money to get them and build them and just put them up somewhere.
That's actually real. That's always the other part about having Lego sets. Hoping that you have enough room to put it on a shelf.
That
Or making like, another shelf.
That just ups the ante of how much of a nerd I am.
Well, to be fair, I've never really kept every set I build. I end up like taking apart and then combining with a completely different set I've already built and taken apart. Um, I don't know until I just get bored. Like every like month, I'll find all the Lego sets I have and I'll just like disassemble all of them completely and then just build them into an entirely new thing. I always find that process pretty fun. You know?
You know, it'd be cool.
Hmm.
If I had a chess set based off of the Harry Potter chess set.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Like and like have it like move on its own and everything the second like we need to move it. Or like you can like manually move it.
Okay, have you ever heard of 4D chess?
Yes.
Okay, like not like the internet arguing term, right? Like saying like, "Oh, I'm playing 4D chess." You wouldn't understand, little bro. I'm talking like someone actually made four-dimensional chess in some aspect, and it seems retarded. Like it's got multiple levels of fucking like multiple planes.
I found out about four-dimensional chess over Big Bang Theory.
Dude, it looks almost like insane. Like I feel like you'd be sitting there for hours. I'm gonna be real.
I feel like you'd have to be like, Sheldon and Leonard Smart from the Big Bang Theory to fucking play that shit.
Well, I think you just have to lock in. I feel like 4D chess would take up so much of your mind and just like you'd be like that. It's like if I were to lore dump the entirety of like a Warframe onto you in one sitting. I feel like you'd have to be able to like comprehend everything I'm saying at once to handle that shit. Because I don't think I could sit there. Yeah, like I don't think I could, like, honest to God, sit there long enough to fully understand 4D chess before my mind goes numb and I want to die. You know?
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll play chess for fun. I'm not trying to win, but because I'm not gonna go into a competitive sport game version of it and like try to be like the best chess player in the world.
Sam just doesn't know how to lock in. Confirmed.
It's just shut the fuck up. It's just like it's a lot sometimes, and I'm not saying that like you can't enjoy 4D chess. Like if you want to do it, go for it. But it just looks like a thing you'd see in like a three-dimensional world somehow. And somehow you're sitting there playing chess with your other dimensional self. And you're sitting there wondering like, how did this happen? How was this made? Why in the first place was this made? To annoy
Everything
us?
you just said sounded like a slight drug trip. That's so weird. I don't, I might just be too retarded right now.
You know what?
I don't know, man. I think I'm cooking. I think
It's also 1:10 in the morning, so I think no matter what we say, we're not gonna make sense.
I mean, listen, okay, hear me out. As long I feel like a conversation's nice, even if it doesn't make sense. It's okay to not. Sometimes it's just best not to make sense
We're making
in
these
like a
we're,
non-funny, in
we're
like a
making these
non-serious
podcast
conversation.
episodes late at night for a reason. We're not trying to be perfect with what we're talking about. We're just here.
Perfect, like Cell from Dragon Ball. Dude, I fucking love Dragon Ball, but like my favorite character out of all of Dragon Ball, like just the like the jokes, like when it was a joke manga. For some fucking reason, I always like Monster Carrot. That's what he's called, and it's just this gang leader carrot, like rabbit, who can turn people into carrots. But I just think it's kind of funny. I just think he's a giant humanoid like rabbit, and if he touches you like a Midas touch, instead of turning you into gold, he turns you into a straight carrot.
I'm
And
not
it's
gonna
like,
lie to you. Every single rabbit humanoid character I've been hearing about lately, I've also been hearing about the rabbit guy from Devil May Cry,
Devil May Cry.
the new anime one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I I saw it. Right, I'm waiting for season 2. By the way, I I need to come out.
Are they making season 2?
Yeah, they are. It says it's official. Another season is coming. They were really quick about it too, because they were like, everybody's really
So they're
enjoying
gonna
this.
base it off the first game. All right,
It's
got you.
fucking awesome. I didn't know that Devil May Cry existed a lot until like this recently, because
that is surprising.
Yeah, no, like nobody around me knew about it, I guess, or mentioned it one time.
Oh my god, you should see the cutscenes of Dante just fucking around. Dante,
I've been seeing so
like
many
for the
things
first
lately.
3 games, just aura farmed too fucking much.
He's a sexy motherfucker.
He's like Piccolo with his goddamn white cape. Like if you watch most scenes with Piccolo in them, that dude is just aura farming. That's it.
And not to mention
he just does shit too much.
Me finding out that Virgil's his twin brother, I was like, oh, so he has a twin. Okay, that's great.
There's so much I could spoil, but I'm not gonna turn you into a rotten tomato.
Virgil is the one that found out that Virgil is the twin that's in the Hell realm, which is great. So he rules that area. While Dante lives up on Earth.
He's just Danteing it. He's Danteing it. He's Danteing it.
Dude, like
Danteing.
I feel like in this Devil May Cry anime, he just sounded like a giant bimbo. Like Dante, not Virgil. Virgil does not.
I was gonna say, what the fuck did you just?
and like I sat there and I was like, he's cute, but why is he so like bimbo-y before he gets to the point of needing to know who the fuck he is?
What if he just didn't care?
Is he just like blonde?
What if he was just Dante?
Like, is he just like is he just being like a ditzy Barbie everywhere or something? Because like I don't.
He's
a ditzy Ken.
He's just nonchalant like that. He's just like that.
Fucking vibing.
He's just goated.
Pistol guns, by the way.
I ain't never seen him reload them bitches. I ain't gonna lie. I'm joking. In game, he does reload them.
I will say that. Like, I honestly think like in the anime, he just has infinite ammo.
You know, he's just Danteing. He's just Danteing it. You know, there's really no other way to say it. When you have a character where you could just say like they're doing their name, or like name and then eating it, it's just, you know, they're just like that. I like a lot of the lore of the Devil May Cry games. One of them I hate more because of the Reed's design. But Dante's pretty chill. He's pretty cool. I like his character development over time, and I like his character. I also think he's got a fire taste in music.
I'm also beginning edits of Nero, which is Virgil's son.
Makes sense.
Explain to me why one of the games that I've seen, they made Nero look like Dante because of his haircut, but then like in other games he's like 23 with his dad's haircut. Fix
You
it.
know, it's just kind of a thing, man. It's just kind of a thing. It's there.
And at any point has did at any point Dante dress up as Virgil for fun just to fuck with people? Because he is a twin of him, right? They are the same looking. It's just one looks older because one grew up on Earth and actually grew like a human, while the other one stayed in hell.
Well, I wouldn't say that,
What
but what I will say is there is like in some of the fighting games that they're in, very rarely, like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, 4, or Infinity, it's not 4, it's Infinity. They do have alternate skins. I'm pretty sure last time I fucking checked, Dante and Virgil do have alternate skins of each other, different colors, where they just copy the color from one of them over. So Dante has a blue jacket skin that makes him look like Virgil, kind of, and then Virgil has a red one.
it's kind of funny. Like
personal opinion wise, it's cooler to know how to play as Virgil, or no, it's cooler to know how to play as Dante than Virgil in any type of fighting game they're both in. Just saying. Continue.
well, because his fighting techniques are like so much looser. Because he's so like
sometimes
he's more fluid with his than anything. Because he's like so like laid back about it. While Virgil's like
he's comedic and sporadic about it.
yeah,
I like that.
While Virgil is more of like the cold twin, where like he's so like strategic and like precise with his movements that like you think that he is the most predictable person on the fucking planet with his fighting.
He just might be a Nith Lord. You know, he might just be addicted to that edge. You know, he's seeking that. I need to feel something type energy. You know.
Yeah.
He just needs to feel it.
I mean, me though, but. Oh.
Whoa, Sam. Hell, we're on a podcast. No, I'm just saying. I mainly preferred. I always think Dante's cooler than Virgil. I will say that. And anytime I've played any like Marvel vs. Capcom game, because they're typically in those. Typically, yeah, no, I seen Virgil's combos compared to Dante's. Dante's just cooler. He's just cooler. There's no other way to say it.
Like they're more fluid and like out there, right? Yeah,
they're just funnier to do.
And not to mention like with his quips too afterwards.
Yeah, no, he's just cool. He's just like that. I think another thing too. I also, speaking of fighting games, I will say this, man. I saw this clip on like Instagram. This kid like knocked a dude, like they were playing Super Smash Bros. Like I believe it was either Melee or it was fucking Ultimate in the competitive scene. Okay, this young fucking kid like down smashes his opponent off the stage, takes out his phone and takes a selfie, and then later captions it as that my face when I down smashed my opponent into the ground. That was insane. He did that shit mid-match and then proceeded to still kick that guy's ass.
That's crazy, even though I've never seen that.
Well, it's like, you know, you're just playing, let's say you're playing a fighting game, Sam, like you're playing Street Fighter, right? Your opponent just fucking knocked you out, right? And this is like in the real world and shit. It's back-to-back, quick, whatever. Knocked you out of a round, perfect your ass, and then like fucking took a selfie mid-fight, right? Staring at the camera, doing the fucking little soy jack face, turned around and proceeded to still kick your ass. That's straight gas. That's fire, even, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm saying. There's just funnier ways to flex in fighting games, and like even like in the competitive scene, even in fighting games themselves, it usually revolves around hilarious combos for like really, really dumb moves that look really funny. But
Yeah.
I just think it's fire.
Because imagine you're playing Mortal Kombat and like the entire time you're beating a guy up, all of a sudden you're hearing screaming upstairs like, "What the fuck? Stop hitting me! Stop hitting me!" And you're like, "Am I? Who the fuck am I playing against?"
Fair. I gotta be real. I honestly, some of these fighting game players, they take a lot of effort to understand all the combos in the games they play, and it's
In fact, they have like
a
I know for a fact that they use like models to get it to be done, because so that they can generate the movements into the game characters, because they can't just find the game character and expect to know like what the fighting styles are all the time. They have to find different ways. They got to get people to hire, like they do with the video games, like the Last of Us games. Like they had actual models like do the characters.
You mean like mocap, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's kind of what they do, because what those characters are, they're real people. It's just you generate them into the game and like put them in those outfits to put them in that game.
I always appreciate realism. I will say this for Warframe being a game about fucking. Well, I don't even really want to go there. For Warframe being a game about like the Tenno and their paradoxal, paternalistic existence. They got really accurate gun sound, like gun reloading sounds, and like actually like realistic weapon stances and moves. For some fucking reason, that was a complete topic shift. My fault, gang. My fault.
Oh no, you're good. In fact, I actually don't mind talking about this. It's more the fact that I like talking about the idea that people like in Uncharted, I also learned that they used like real people as models to get the fighting styles and the movements for the characters correctly, and they used them obviously as face models to make the character.
Warframe does the same with the emotes, except it's just like body like movements. I do like a lot of some of the funnier emotes in Warframe. There's been a recent one I really like, which is the hype drop. It looks a little wrong if you're like standing behind a person doing it, but it's kind of funny. It's like you're just like jumping up and like you're jumping down, and then your hands like if you're close enough to another player's model, it looks like your hands like touching their ass, which is kind of funny. I barely noticed that, and I noticed it on accident when I was killing a lich one time with some homies.
I'm pretty sure if you on 4, I'm pretty sure if you have like that like emote where you have like the towel but you whip it against somebody, and you're in like lobby with your friends, and one of your friends like in front of you, and you use that emote, I'm pretty sure that it looks like you're smacking their ass with that towel. Because my best friend, whenever she would use that emote for fun, it would look like, and I would be in the front, it would look like I'm getting my ass slapped by that towel, which I was like, why?
By the way, Warframe's region chat and like community, all of them are really just gamers. Well, not gamers, gooners. I gotta be real. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing with some of these skins, and I respect it.
Yeah.
Let them be just a little goonery. It's kind of like some Marvel Rival skins. They really do be adding too much cake, too much, just too much diameter.
Superhero might as well have super extra cake on your ass,
Yeah, super thick cheeks. I'm just saying,
giving them cheeks, boy.
Brothers be talking about them childbearing hips, the frontal mating press. I don't know, gang. I don't know.
Give me
it's them alright to be freaky, you know what I'm saying? But
give me them cheeks.
Sam, you could be telling that to your future husband. You know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about that part. No, we're not.
I didn't even bring it up.
Shut up.
By the way, fucking, I still find it funny, like the rapper like who made the Whip and Nene song. Watch Me Whip Nene. He just got like sentenced to prison for 30 years.
What?
Yeah, like he got sentenced to prison for like murdering his cousin. He murdered his cousin, Sam. Yeah, no, Silentio is going to jail. He's going to jail for 30 years. 30 years.
Bro, you could have made a lot better music, but you decided to put yourself in jail for killing your cousin.
I don't know. I just find it insane.
Good job, buddy. Now the rest of your life is going to be spent in prison. Good job.
Listen. Sometimes people are just about that business, Sam. We got to be understanding of that.
Watch as like people like recognize him in jail, and the next thing they know, they come around and guards come around. They're like, "Now watch me whip. Now watch me the entire fucking time." But like beatboxing that shit.
I don't think they're gonna be doing it. I think they're just gonna be like, dance, do it. Come here, boy, do that thing you do.
No, it's gonna be.
Like
it's gonna be the inmates that he deals with.
They're gonna treat him like a wind-up monkey that you can make play songs, like the one with the cymbals from Toy Story. Yeah, they're gonna treat him like that.
And he'll be like, "Why?"
They're gonna treat him like some.
And then he'll be like, "Why did I ever kill my cousin? Like, I regret doing it, and now I can't like reverse it, and now I'm stuck here in this fucking cell with an inmate telling me to keep singing the one song that I created 10 years ago."
It's funny to think about how one-hit wonders typically just have one song that's repeatedly played throughout the entirety of their life.
Like the song.
And they never can escape it.
Oh, it's like the song "Somebody That I Used to Know."
Yeah, but that one's more fire than typical one-hit wonders. I gotta be real. I like that song a lot.
Yeah, but after a while though, it was so overplayed that even my 9-year-old self at the time was like, "Please shut the fuck up."
I mean, fair. No, I guess I can't disagree with that. But hear me out. You know what always hits no matter how long it's played? Divorced dad music.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, that pause had to be there.
I
love divorced father music. It just brings a whole new emotion to the table, and I like it.
all you hear is
personally, Paralyzer is great. She Hates Me by Puddle of Mud. All these divorced dad songs.
Hate everything about
Okay, that's
you.
3 Days Grace.
Yeah, but that's still divorced dad music.
I mean, type shit. But that's more mainstream divorced dad music. We're talking about Puddle of Mud.
You can't tell me though. You can't tell me it's still not good.
No, I completely agree with you. It's great. It's great. I'm just saying. Okay. She Hates Me, Blurry even, Gas. Straight gas.
What about Fake It by Seether?
I have not heard that one yet. I feel like I should have heard that one.
Just fake it if you're out of direction. Fake it if you don't belong. Just fake it.
I will listen to that shit later.
Yeah.
But that's gas. So far. To be fair, I don't know if this I'm pretty sure this doesn't classify as divorced dad music, but since we're talking about 3 Days Grace, I really like Break. Break by them is also pretty fire. And then I have this one offshoot one, which is Stone Temple Pilots. I say offshoot because I've only listened to this song from them, and it's Creep. The 2017 remaster for that has actually been gas. And ironically, the only other song I've heard with the name Creep was the one by Radiohead, right? So when I heard this at first, I was like, this sounds... I thought it would sound exactly the same as that one, but no, it's not. It's completely different. It's actually... I like it more than the Radiohead version. But yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Invisible by Duran Duran.
I got some rock mix I can look at.
To be fair, the whole internet has been gaslit. I like Fate.
What about Linkin Park, though? Like older Linkin Park. one with Chester Bennington still being alive?
Good question. I would not know. I didn't listen to that much. I was not as in tune with them as I should have been. I didn't listen to them often.
My dad raised me on that band too, because he listened to the first ever album by the band. It's his first one's favorite.
I gotta be real. My dad raised me off like Snoop Dogg, so we're talking like Super Crit, Gin and Juice, okay? We always play that. Tupac, a lot of Biggie, all these rap artists, and then my taste, like, I still love a lot of rap. I love a lot of Kendrick now, mainly. I find some of his newer works very poetic and beautiful to listen to. Also, some just straight fucking fire, like from the Drake beef that happened, because he just shot that man 7 times essentially in the face. He couldn't do shit about it. Not like us, put 5 bullets in his skull. Not in real life, but like basically just put 5 bullets in his skull in like a record and music way. That sounds insane. Holy shit! I need to actually reword that. He made his career evaporate in an instant.
Would Nirvana be considered divorced dad music too?
I'd say that depends.
Because it is a 90s band, but it's also like alternative rock, and I don't know if that's like divorced dad or like just grunge.
What
I like to think it's more grunge.
What I classify as divorced dad music is like, it has like a slight tone of a
3 Doors Down, Kryptonite.
Yeah, kind of like that. It's talking about some relationship shit, or like just hating everything. Typical grunge in a sense, but
so like pain without love,
pain, I can't get enough. Yes. Wait, do you know what Godsmack is? Have you heard of Love, Hate, Sex, Pain?
Yes.
Oh my god, it's so gash.
I mean, I don't listen to Godsmack like that, but I know about that song.
Fair. I also like a lot of MF Doom.
Do we like Skillet? Because Skillet's a divorced dad rock song. I mean, band.
Group. I don't think I've heard Skillet yet. I don't know. My music taste is varied heavily. I also do like some System of a Down. I like Lost in Hollywood. That one's gas.
I keep it caged, but I can't control it.
And Korn. I love Korn.
From me, the beast is ugly. I keep it like it's called Monster by Skillet. It's mainly like somebody's save me from this monster. I feel it deep within. It's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. Like that. Like you don't know that one?
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say I've heard it in edits, like TikTok edits and shit like that. That's the first time I've learned the name of that. But I do like that. Now that I know the name, I'm adding it to my playlist.
Also, do you know the All-American Region? Everybody should know the song Dirty Little Secret by the All-American. Yeah. I'll keep you my dirty little secret.
The one song I have from them is Gives You Hell.
When you see my face, I'm sorry, I'm going on a musical tangent now. When you see my face, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell.
Gives you hell.
When you come my way,
when you walk
gives
away,
you hell,
hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. Wait, I thought it was Walk My Way.
I didn't say it right, I know. When you find a man that gives a damn and treats you well, well, he's a fool, you're just as well, hope it gives you hell.
I also like a lot of Eazy-E. But NWA is also something I like a lot too.
I remember like the one thing that got me into the Devil May Cry anime again was the fact that they ended up using again Limp Bizkit.
Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah. Or no, Limp Bizkit.
Oh, they used Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
Oh shit. To be fair, I only remember that one scene where he's fighting all those dudes and he puts on like Rage Against the Machine. That was pretty sick.
Hands up, hands down, hands. Oh, wait, oh shit. Oh fuck, I can't remember the song lyrics. Shit. Okay, hold on. It's
Okay, buddy, take your time. Take your time.
Let me look it up. Let me look them up. It's the song "Rollin'." Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, rolling. Like that one.
Type shit. I've also listened to. There's one song I've listened to this band by this band. It's like the red jumpsuit apparatus. I've only listened to Face Down from them. I might want to listen to more, but I've only heard that one. And then I've also listened. Unironically, I've listened to some Hatsune Miku songs because like some of my friends do play that shit, and I gotta be real. Unironically, you can get past like not understanding the words. The shit's pretty gas. If you could just kind of vibe with the tunes, pretty gas. I like Metallica. I like how we just went on a tangent about talking about what music we liked.
I love this.
Type shit. Yeah, no, shit crazy, man.
I love how in the 2000s dad rock mix I'm looking at my Spotify right now, Gorillaz is in here.
Gorillaz is gas.
Yeah. Feel good.
I love Gorillaz.
Da, 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 feel good. Da, 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 da.
I also liked one of the newer songs they released, which is called Pac-Man. Yeah. But my general classics that I like to listen to from them is like Dare. So, you know, classic, I should say. I like Dare a lot.
Do you know the band The Pretty Reckless? Or the girl?
I do not believe I do, no. No.
Oh, she's good. Did you know that the singer to that particular artist, she was Cindy Lou in Jim Carrey's version of The Night of
The Grinch?
Yeah. She was a little girl.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just reminded me of this one person I met in life that literally looked like a Who from Whoville. Like they looked like Cindy Lou. From that thing, but I met them at like the psychiatric center when I was younger, which I find kind of hilarious because, yeah, she, like when I talked to her about it, like she mentioned a lot of the kids that went there at different times would be like, "You look like a Who from Whoville," but she just had like the proper facial structure to look like that, and it was kind of funny, you know. It's funny how collectively a lot of mentally ill people at the time thought she would just look like a Who from Whoville, you know?
Yeah.
But and I hate to admit it, but I do listen to like one Kanye West song, like from time to time. I don't support Kanye West now because he's gone down. It's either complete trolling, and if it's complete trolling, fair, I'm okay with that. If it's not, then that's why I can't really support it. So I'm in this.
Wasn't he like a few years ago accused of like abusing a girl he was with?
That I don't know. But see, this is what I fucking mean. I can't support him completely anymore. Like, dude's gone too far off the deep end. So the only song I listened from him is Roses, because unironically, Roses is a very touching song for me, and I really do like it a lot.
Apparently NBC News said something about Kanye West accused of sexually assaulting and strangling a model on music video set.
Man, I can't take this shit no more. Why is he gotta keep doing?
This happened back in November. Oh wait, hold on. Never mind. This was back in 2010. Okay, so it was a few years ago. Okay.
God damn it, Kanye. What am I gonna do?
Hey, what the fuck?
Can't do shit.
Look. I never really liked
Kanye, get off of Twitter.com. Take your BPD meds. Please, Kanye. Please. God, just stop hating Jews. Please, Kanye. Nah, I fucking hate it. I literally can't listen to his music without, like, Thinking about that time he went out like in public with his fucking literal fucking choir of dudes, just singing Heil Hitler and like fuck. And that's why I think it's either insanely great trolling, Sam, or it's literally him just doing that shit. And I really hope it's trolling because at least then I can kind of laugh at it and kind of get it, right? If it's not, I'm gonna be fucking sad.
I wouldn't be too thrilled about it either.
Because then I have to completely get rid of all the Kanye West. And like, okay, listen, you got to separate the art from the artist here. He does make good music in a sense. His recent shit, not gas at all. But
I'm not a person that listens to rap music all the time, so I'm not one to be like, oh, I like Kanye West for his music. Oh, I like Drake for music. I don't listen to them. I don't listen to them. The only like one song that has a rap in it that's like from an actual like rapper from R&B is Kendrick Lamar, but it was featuring SZA for Black Panther's fucking outro song.
If you like All the Stars, you need to listen to Luther.
Okay, I'll try to
holy
listen.
shit,
I'll try to listen to that, but honestly, like I'm
not. Trust me, you'll like it. I think you'll like Luther. That new song from GNX is amazing. It's not even really new. It's now a thing, but yeah, no, trust me, you'll like that shit. Beyond that, fucking, I just I can't like you can't defend him anymore. That's the shitty part. You can't just say like he's made some good music, and now I feel fucking guilty of listening to that shit.
There's quite a few celebrities that have been accused of things, and they can't really be defended about anymore.
It's just depression, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you, twin. It's just like some shit.
I feel like in the end, like sometimes being famous can get you into a state of craziness, but like don't let that get to you ever.
He just got to take care of his bipolar. That's literally it. If he took care of his bipolar, I would be chilling. But Don's talking about how he sucked his cousin's cock. Ugh. What do you even say to that? What do you even say to that?
I said ew.
I don't say shit to that. I can't even defend that.
I like, why? Like, why would you like be Alabama on his ass and do that?
Kanye, and that's the crazy part. He wasn't even he just felt like talking about it. He just felt like expressing that, and that's like people have said it best. He just felt like sharing. He just felt like giving it to the world. It's like, what the fuck?
Because he thought he was famous enough that he wouldn't get caught.
Okay, but like, see, that's another thing.
He abused his fame to do that. That's probably why, like, in my opinion.
That was like a recent thing. He just tweeted that shit out. Well, there's no validity from what I understand.
He's still technically a really famous guy, right?
So, no, I know, yeah.
So, like, again, what I'm saying is, like, he not all like musicians or famous people do this, but like if like he has this ego on him, where like he thinks that he can say whatever the fuck he wants and people are just gonna agree because he's a famous guy.
I disagree with that. I don't think he says shit because he thinks everyone will agree.
Well, I'm not saying that everybody will agree. I'm just saying like people that support him to a fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I just can't support him. It's like, god damn, fucking. But I do really like Roses. Like if someone made like some type of edit of that, I would totally be chilling with that. But they have not. Kanye West would just be fucking around too much, and it's not in a good way. That's why I kind of hate that shit, Oh, anyway, that was a fucking lot. That was a lot.
Yeah, it was. You good?
I'm just disappointed, man. Kanye need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm just checking on you. You went on a great tangent there.
I just need Kanye to take his pills. He need to just take his pills, calm the fuck down. That's all I ask.
Yeah, old man, take your pills.
It's like, damn. Take care of your daughter. Where your daughter at? Take care of her. Get off of Twitter. Be a family man. But yeah. Anyway, I think it was, it's a pretty fun episode. It's a pretty fun episode.
Yep.
I do think we should cut it off. We're kind of lost in the sauce now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We're just going. Okay, so thank you guys for coming and listening. If you have any, thoughts,
suggestions on what we should talk about next, too.
Or like if you have any like concerns or whatever, you can always put them in the comment section, and we'll look at them as much as we can. And on that note, we will bid you adieu, and you guys have a good night. Sleep well, or if you are getting up early this morning to do a job that you do, well, hopefully, you have a good night. You have a good morning. Good morning. We'll see you. We'll see you later. And goodbye.